So job site evaluations and job analysis. A job analysis uses the principles of ergonomics to analyze the components of a job specific to a particular employee. They use the knowledge of the employee's work limitation, impairment to see if any accommodation can be made to improve environmental barriers. If there's no barrier, there's no disability. I'll give you two good examples of this. A physician ordered a job analysis on a patient that had a rotator cuff tear. He was supposed to return to work. He kept telling his doctor there was no way he could return to work. The doctor hears this all the time. The patient is very adamant that he cannot. He orders a job analysis. I go out there, I hear patients say stuff, and I have no idea. I went out there and I could not believe what this man was doing for a job. He would load pallets. He used a manual hand truck to lift the pallet, and he would get a coworker to take a golf cart and ram the back of the pallet with the load and try to pull it up a ramp into the warehouse. The frequency of lifts in the box, it was him and one other person, was unbelievable. And after conducting the job analysis, they ordered vocational exploration. They had to look for a different job. There was absolutely no way this man could go back to that job. Now, I had another lady that had a carpal tunnel release. She insisted that she could not return to her job, and a job analysis was ordered. And she worked in a place that she was a supervisor, and she was the one responsible for determining benefits for individuals. And so when the individual came to apply for benefits, the secretary or clerk up front would put all of the data into the computer, where they live, what they did, what was their earning capacity, what was their last employment. And then when she met with the supervisor scrolled through looking at the data and determined what programs that she qualified for, and instructed the lady on the steps to do that. There was very little keying, very little computer work. I asked how could I get that job? It was unbelievable. But there were no environmental barriers that would preclude her from working in that environment or exacerbate her condition. Another lady that had failed knee surgery, again, was going to retire in 6 months. A job analysis was ordered. I went and looked at her job. She could park right by the door. It was probably 10 feet to get in the door. Once she got in the office, she could sit, and she could, the only thing that needed to be done in the office was the printer needed to be lowered and placed by the desk beside her, and she could make a copy of the driver's license, spin back around, and she could roll in the chair to a filing cabinet and never really needed to stand unless she wanted to stand to stretch. And she was able to do that job with no restrictions. There was no disability because the environment didn't require that of her. So the environment determines the disability.